Hi grade 4s, happy Friday. I hope you're having a great week. I just wanted to let Mr. Coyle's class know that you guys can phone me, email me anytime if you're stuck and need help. My email address is on my Weebly. You can phone my cell phone. We can even set up, your parents can help you set up a Zoom meeting with me. That means that we would have a video conference and we can talk to each other and show each other things and look at each other's faces. Yeah, so just reach out. I'd love to hear from you anyways. So I'm here at home with my cat anytime. Just reach out. All right, today we are going to be learning about comparing and ordering fractions. So putting them from least to greatest and comparing using greater than, less than, or equal to. And we're going to specifically focus on when the fractions have either the same denominator or the same numerator. So we'll start with the same denominator. The same denominator, the denominator's on the bottom, numerator's on the top. Numerator, denominator, numerator, denominator. When the denominators are the same, what that means is that it's cut into the same size pieces. So for pi, they're both cut into quarters. Do you want 2/4 or do you want 3/4? Well, I can see by the picture that yes, 3/4 is definitely bigger. And remember our greater than, less than, and equal to signs. Greater than, less than, or equal to. Oh, that's actually less than, greater than, or equal to. We put the alligator teeth towards the bigger number, and the little point points at the smaller number. So what we're saying is 3/4 is greater than 2/4. If there was no picture and the denominators were the same, it's still pretty easy for you to think about it. Do I want 3 pieces of the pie or 2 pieces of the pie? If they're both cut into 4 pieces, well, I want 3 pieces. So that's pretty straightforward. Here's another example. This is kind of like your fraction strips that you cut up. So that could also be a helpful tool for you when you're doing this assignment. If you need a visual, bring out your fraction strips, but probably not for the numbers with the same denominator because we know. So they're both chocolate bars are cut into 5 pieces. Do I want 3 pieces or 2 pieces? Well, they're both the same size, so I want 3 pieces. That is the bigger fraction. The alligator wants to eat the bigger fraction. Okay, so when they're the same denominator, you really just pick the larger number. You want the bigger number. So if I asked you then, using that rule, to order these from least to greatest, so the smallest part of the fraction to the biggest part of the fraction, I could do that easily because these pieces are all the same size. I would start with the smallest one, 2/8. Then 7/8 is not bigger than, or not smaller than 4/8. So the second one is 4/8, and then 7/8. So that's pretty straightforward. I know you can do that. Then it changes when you have the same numerator and a different denominator. It's actually just, you have to change your thinking upside down. So what's bigger, 1/3 or 1/5? Well, 5 is the bigger number, and before we were using the bigger number and we knew that that was the bigger fraction, but this is backwards because if you have 2 pies, do you want to share your pie with 5 people and you get 1 piece? Or do you want to share your pie with 3 people and you get 1 piece? Well, I only want to split it with 3 people because I would get a bigger piece. I'd get more of the pie. So what that means is when the numerators are the same and the denominators are different, the bigger fraction is actually the smaller number because you're sharing it with less people. Okay? So 1/3 is bigger than 1/5 or greater than. Here is a time when you might use your fraction strips or follow the rule. Well, our numerator is the same, our denominator is different. So I have to think. I get the same number of pieces. Do I want to share it with 8 people or do I want to share it with 6 people? I only want to share my chocolate bar with 6 people because then I get a bigger piece, or I get more out of my 3 pieces in this case. So, and you can see by the visual, the picture here, that 3/8 covers less space than 3/6. This is half, it is exactly half, and this is not. It's not quite half. Okay? So the rule is that you have to remember, if the denominator is the same, you want the bigger number because you want the most pieces. They're all the same size. If the denominator is different and the numerator is the same, you actually want the smaller number because you're sharing it with less people. I hope that makes sense. So for your math today, you are doing Jump Math page 26 and 27, and you'll be just comparing numbers. Try your best to do it in your head using those strategies I just explained to you, but if you are confused, then pull out the fraction strips. That's what they're for. Have a great day. See you later.